Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Again, this is Dr. Mike Chua, your alternative career coach. Tonight, we have a special guest for tonight. But if you are watching live, we always do this. If you are watching live, please comment live. If you're watching on the replay, please comment replay because we want to know if you're watching live or not. We want to know if this is really helping you or not. So if you think that all the show that we're doing is helping you, please type in helping me or helping you. Helping me, helping you. Is that a song? I think it's from ABBA. If you know ABBA, the songs in the 70s or 80s, is it helping me, helping you? No. Never mind. We'll ask the lady, our guest for tonight, what that song is in the 80s and 60s. If you know ABBA, type in ABBA. But I see Kate. Thank you, Kate, for watching. Appreciate you. At least I got someone saying live there. Thank you, Kate. The reason why we actually want people to say live or replay, because we want it to pop up inside our group. In that way, if somebody is actually looking for something like whatever, telehealth or whatever we call this, OT or dementia, it will pop up and they could see it, right? Kate was reminding me, loving you, loving me. Remember? I think I remember now, right? It brings back the memories of not my time, but my mother's time, the ABBA time. Yeah, loving me, loving you. All right. Well, again, tonight we have a very special guest, a very, 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 very special guest. Her name is Michelle. I hope I'm pronouncing her last name right. Eliason. She is actually an occupation. I'm running out of English, ladies and gentlemen. If English is not your first language, type in English because I'm running out of English. So Michelle is actually an occupational therapist. She established the company called Aging with Purpose. So if you are right now wanting to start your own occupational therapy practice, if you're an OT, type in OT. If you're a CODA, type in CODA. But this is Michelle. She started this company called Aging with Purpose. By the word itself, aging with purpose. She's aging with purpose. She's helping people age in purpose, right? So she started that company in 2016. Let me just turn this up. 2016 as a consulting company providing livable environments, health and wellness through aging and aging in place. By the word itself, that's the mission and vision already, right? With her 8+ years of experience, gosh, she doesn't look like she has 8 years of experience. She looks like she's a fresh grad, right? But I don't know if you know her. With her 8+ years of experience in elder care industry, along with her experience as a director of rehab and skilled nursing. Imagine that. She was a director of rehab and skilled nursing. If you are a director of rehab right now, don't be too sad, ladies and gentlemen. If you are a DOR, type in DOR. Type in DOR because all the skills that you're learning while you're being a director of rehab, it will not go into vain. Why? Because it will follow through. It will go through. It will flow through your next success in life. Okay? So your next success in life. Oh, I see Kate. Thank you very much, Kate. Oh, she's an OT. Kate, you got to watch and listen to this. Our guest for tonight is really awesome. So really awesome. So aside from her being a director of rehab and skilled nursing, so she saw the need in the community and decided to be a solution finder. Solution finder. You see that, ladies and gentlemen? All of us here, whether you're PT, OT, speech, a PTA, or a CODA, we are solution finder. There's so much problem nowadays in our lives that all you need to do is find a solution to this current situation that we're trying to find. So that's what she did. Michelle saw a need in the community and decided to be the solution to it. If you are not part of the solution, guess what? You are part of the problem, right? Part of the problem. Kate said she was a DOR. See, Kate, we got to listen to this. She's an OT. You're an OT. She was a DOR. You're a DOR. Bam. You guys will probably connect soon. All right. So again, thank you very much for watching live, Stephanie. Oh, gosh, Stephanie. I love what you say there. You said live in a smiley face. And I remember you commented on our last show. And I gave a highlight on your profile picture. Ladies and gentlemen, you got to check out Stephanie's profile picture. not her picture, but her profile picture here. You see, you just read it. Just read that profile picture there. It says, be stronger than your strongest reason. Just kidding. Be stronger than your strongest excuses. Be stronger than that excuse. Be stronger than excuse. And I think Michelle did this. She probably has lots of excuses when she was starting this business. But guess what? She was stronger than it. Same thing with me. I have all these excuses in the world, but there's only two things in life, reasons or results. Reasons and results. What are your reasons and what are the results of that reasons? All right, let's go back to the introduction here. Oh, hey, David. David Unkrich, what's going on, brother? I like your cutie dog there. What kind of dog is that? Type in what dog is that. I got two dogs. If you got dogs, type in dogs because I got two dogs, a pit and a little Chiweenie. Well, anyway, let me go ahead and introduce our guest. We're running out of time, right? So she decided to be a solution finder, and currently she is the founder and owner of an outpatient clinic in New York. It's called Buffalo. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Buffalo Occupational Therapy. She's got an outpatient clinic, and mind you, she is also an adjunct faculty in an OTA program. Adjunct faculty in an OTA program. She is the Strategic Development Chairperson for NYS, New York State Occupational Therapy Association. She is the coordinator of New York State OT Entrepreneur Collective. Gosh, it's a lot. Before I keep on going, David said it's a Boston. Oh, okay, Boston Terrier. Oh gosh, yeah, very cute dog, buddy. Very good, cute dog, David. Let's go back to Michelle. So she was the coordinator of New York State OT Entrepreneur Collective. As you can see, I'm like a squirrel. Like I like going left and right. If you're like that, type in I'm a squirrel. But I was just kidding. You don't want to be a squirrel. And then she is also the lead. What's going on? The lead occupational therapist for the National Brain Injury Institute and the mentor for occupational therapy entrepreneur. You know what they call it? It's called Own It. Own It. OWNIT. OT Startup Resources and Mentorship Occupational Therapy Practitioner. Without further ado, is that how you say it? Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to add to the stream Miss Michelle Eliason. Oh, there's no...
Mike, Michelle. I didn't know you were going to read all of that.
Well, you send it to me. I might as well read it, right?
That was just going to be posted, but thank you.
well, welcome to our show. I appreciate you for coming over. And first of all, thank you for your time. I know it's 9:30 in your time, and thank you for coming over. Appreciate you. I know it's late there, but for those people who are watching, please comment live if you're watching live. If you're on the replay, please comment replay because this is, this is free show. We got Michelle as an OT, a DOR, owns a company, and all these titles behind her name. We're not paying her. She's not paying me. The goal here is to learn from her. If you want to learn, ladies and gentlemen, you got to have skin in the game. You got to put something. If you have to put your time to listen and ask, go ahead. Ask, listen, and write down all the answers. Michelle, without anything, go ahead and introduce yourself again. What do you do? Where are you at? And please tell us how to be you, please. How can we be you?
Well, I think you did you listed everything that I do now. I have, as an entrepreneur, I think everyone here will find if you come out on your own, you never want just one path, and you never want to forget evolving, right? You need to continue to evolve as a practitioner and as a leader. And so having that personal and professional growth, those options, you never stop, right? You never stop learning, you never stop growing. And so although I do own my own business, I started in 2016 as a consulting firm, basically just going into independent living communities and explaining what occupational therapy could bring to their community as a consultant, being able to do those livability assessments and create programs that address all of the needs of the person, right? OT is very holistic. So designing those activities that are going to help somebody age in place and hopefully help them in remaining independent and in their home instead of having to go on to that higher level of care in assisted living facilities and skilled nursing facilities. So that's where I started. And as that evolved, I was also continuing to be a 9 to 5, right? I was still involved in skilled nursing, and I was a director of rehab. So I really was trying to learn as much as I could and just absorb all of the training, absorb everything that I was seeing so that I could say, okay, here are the problems that I'm seeing, and we need to stop these problems from happening before they get to this level. And so when I had really figured out the solution, and I said, okay, I want to be the solution to this. I don't want to just put a Band-Aid on it and then send them right back. And so I knew, okay, it's time to go out into the community. So I went full time as an entrepreneur, and I continued doing my work as a consultant, but I used what I learned in the clinic and I started my own. So Buffalo Occupational Therapy, I started in 2018. And that's when I started seeing patients through insurance, Part B, and private pay. And from there, I have just continued to make sure that I have multiple streams of revenue, because that even you have a clinic, right? And it's fantastic and it's healthcare and you think it's going to be constantly busy, but it ebbs and flows. And so the biggest thing that I learned was to have multiple streams of revenue, making sure that we have services that are going to meet a variety of needs, so that we constantly have money coming in. Because ultimately, as an entrepreneur, you have to understand the bottom line. You have to be comfortable talking about money, because money pays the bills, and you can't help anyone if you're always in the red. And so making sure you're developing your skill set to be able to offer more to meet that bottom line is ultimately what you're going to want to do as an entrepreneur. And so I guess flash forward to now, where I do have all of these different avenues of revenue. And my husband, we recently decided that my husband is going to stay at home to manage things here. We have 3 kids under the age of 5. And so since nobody is school aged yet, that is a huge cost. And so we're very fortunate where we can say, okay, we're going to make this decision and move forward. So that's kind of where I am right now. Please, if you guys have any questions during this time, go ahead and put them in the comments, and we will tackle that. But I'm going to throw it back to Mike, who will guide us a little bit.
Oh wow! That's a lot of stuff to digest there. She did it. She didn't do it in one day, ladies and gentlemen.
No.
She didn't do it in one day. I didn't do my thing in one day. I didn't do it in 1 year. I was writing stuff down, ladies and gentlemen. She did it 2016, but she never dived into full-time entrepreneurship until 2018. Am I correct, Michelle?
Yeah. Yep.
So it doesn't have to be a full-time dive, ladies and gentlemen. The key here is you're just taking one step at a time. The key here is you're just doing one step at a time. It doesn't have to be a one-time, big-time, I'm going to jump in, I'm going to invest like 100,000.
Don't do it.
No, you're right. No.
Don't do that.
You only do that when you're crazy like me, But the key here is just doing one step at a time.
Yeah.
When I decided to come here in the States, I just didn't blindly go here. We had a plan. I came here by myself, saved some money, slowly but surely got some money. I took my family here, and it took us like forever to really be here and be stable. And when I moved here, yes, there will come a time you have to go in full time. I'm full time too in entrepreneurship right now. Spell that, ladies and gentlemen, entrepreneurship. I can even spell, and I'm doing it. But just do one step, ladies and gentlemen. If you need to do part-time contract job, go ahead. If you want to do part-time Part B, Part B visits, do it. If you want to do cash-based business, do it. One side, just do it. One patient. and you will feel the freedom. Just like going into a pool. I just brought up, by the way, I just brought a patient in a pool over the weekend because
I saw that video. I was like, oh, he's so lucky. You're so lucky that you can do that.
right? I know. And you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna start a swimming program for the community. We're
Awesome.
gonna start with her. I'm gonna hire a PTA who does aquatic therapy. We're gonna pay her rate and then charge cash for that for me. I'm making money. She's making money. We're helping the patient. We're changing lives.
Yes.
So it doesn't have to be one time, big time. Just do one step at a time. Just like going into a pool. You don't really jump like jump into the pool. No. If you're afraid, just dip your foot in the water. Talk to this lifeguard. There's a lifeguard there, right? I mean, when we went to the swimming pool, there's no lifeguard, but you know what I mean. There's a lifeguard there who can guide you and at least throw a life vest on you just in case you drown. Well, guess what? You're gonna drown if you jump on the 6 feet. I'm short. I'm just 4'5". Just kidding. I jump on the 6 foot water. I'm gonna drown, right? Well, go on the side. Have your feet wet a little bit. Blah 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 blah. Do your feet. And then wet yourself. Wash your face with water. Slowly but surely go down. Same thing when you're starting a business. It doesn't have to be one time, big time. You can do one step at a time. I see somebody saying here, Facebook user. I've been seeing you all the time, Facebook user. Thank you very much for watching live, Facebook user. I like your profile picture, by the way. Just kidding. I don't know what happened there, but maybe this is him. David. There you go, David. Thank you very much for watching live, David. I appreciate you. And David said he is new here. So welcome to our group, David. Appreciate you for coming over and joining our group. So just so everybody know, we do this Facebook Live every Tuesdays and Thursdays. There you go. We do this every Tuesdays and Thursdays at 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time for those people who are new in the group. And then Mondays, we have Bert doing his own gig, his own show. But technically, I do this every Tuesdays and Thursdays at this time here in our group. So let's go back to Michelle. Michelle, you said you decided to go full-time on that certain year. What made you decide to go full-time? Is your job hindering you from moving forward?
I think what it came down to was, life, right? Life kind of puts you in that position where the rubber meets the road, and you kind of you test the waters, and you get out there and you say, okay, well, maybe I can make some money being on my own. Maybe I can accomplish what I'm seeking to accomplish. And when I finally decided to say, okay, it's time, like I'm committed, was when I realized that I needed the time to be able to do the work, to really get the clinic off the ground. And I wanted to be autonomous. I did not want to always live in this place where I'm juggling multiple commitments. And yes, I will say that I still do PRN. It's a choice. I love my job. I love being PRN and being able to say, okay, yes, I'm going to work this day, and this day, and having that ability to make my own schedule when my patients. So when I officially got credentialed and started taking insurance started taking insurance, I still was not full-time. It was not until I started getting referrals and getting patients and my schedule started filling out that I said, okay. So I started with like Tuesday, Thursday, and then I added another day. And then I said, okay, I think it's time to say, I was like Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. I was working on the weekends too. And I'm like, okay, I think I can just do it. And so that's when I finally took that plunge. But the whole thing started, I think it's important to note, is when I saw that there were problems that needed to be addressed, and not only were there problems that I could address on my own, Also, I was growing my family. I've had, in the last 5 years, while I was growing my business, I've also had 3 children. And so as I started putting them in daycare and experiencing the costs of that, and then finding out like, oh, one has a fever, now they're out for a day or 2 days. And, I have to tell my employer that now I have to like juggle that. And, am I going to get fired if I don't show up because my kid is sick? And like constantly going around this pattern, it always made me sick. It made me sick to my stomach. And I'm like, I want my own schedule. I want to be able to control that while helping people the way I know best. So that's when I talked to my husband and we were like, okay, let's just do it. Let's just go big or go home. And here I am.
Go big or go home, right? Go big or go home, stay at home, work at home, something like that, right? Well, thank you very much, Michelle, for pointing that out. I wanted to also mention, ladies and gentlemen, she said she still stays PRN. I'm still staying PRN, ladies and gentlemen. I still work at the psych hospital as needed. Why? Because that's my quote unquote specialty. That's the problem I'm trying to solve.
Yep.
I still want to serve. I'm still serving. I still want to serve that group of population. My niche is Alzheimer's and dementia. That's, that's how you know me. I teach a class called Alzheimer's Disease and Dementia Care Seminar, by the way, right? Everybody knows that. Hopefully everybody knows it now. By now that I teach the Alzheimer's Disease and Dementia Care Seminar. You can see it. It's scrolling down there. It's the required course to be a certified dementia practitioner. You check it out, drmikechua.com/ADDC. Some of the dates I teach it. Some of the other dates, the corporate people are teaching it. But that's my specialty. I still work PRN for their psych hospital, for the other nursing home. Why? When they see me working there and the patient goes home, I can tell them, hey, I can see you at home. Guess what? It's networking. That's part of that networking thing that we're talking about. Let me go ahead and talk about that word mentor. A lot of people are asking that, the word mentor. Let me do this real quick here. The word mentor, be a mentor. MENTOR, ladies and gentlemen. Letter M is meet a niche or meet a need. Meet a solution, find a problem, and find a solution to it. So meeting a need, that's letter M. What's the next letter? Is you educate them. You educate them about that problem, and you educate them how to find the solution to it. In my case, Alzheimer's and dementia, right? I educate them by giving them my books, giving them my courses, giving them my podcast, all my stuff that I talk about. Same thing with Michelle. What's her problem that she's needing? The meet a need. It's home modification. She educates them about going them. You saw all the associations she's with. She doesn't just go there because she wants the title. She's educating them there. And part of it, what's the next letter? It's letter N. She's networking. The reason why she's in those groups, whatever you call that, New York State, whatever I read earlier, she's networking there. Why? Because she can get patients there. Same thing with me. Who do I network? I network with Teepa Snow. If you know Teepa Snow, ladies and gentlemen, type in Teepa Snow because she's the most awesomest OT, awesomest dementia guru in the world. I interview her. I go to her conferences. I've networked with her. Same thing with another association called National Council of Certified Dementia Practitioner. I network with them. I'm an instructor under their course. Well, guess what? Do you think I just do that for some reason? No, it's networking. Right? It's networking. What's the next letter? Letter T. You got to find a team of winners. Michael, I'm just a single practitioner. Blah, 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 blah. Well, guess what? If you are married to someone, that's already your team. Michelle's been preaching it. Oh, I had to ask my husband. I got to ask my wife. My wife is my number one teammate. Well, how about if I'm single? I don't know anybody. Well, find a coach. Go to a church. Talk to somebody, a pastor or a preacher or a priest. Talk to them. Ask them, hey, how can I do this? If you don't have a pastor or a preacher or a priest or whatever, find one of our coaches here in our group. We've got several coaches in our group. For OT, reach out to Michelle. For dementia, reach out to me, obviously. For whatever, reach out to whatever, reach out. We got lots of coaches here. Pilates, you go to Stephen Dunn. You want to debt-free PT, talk to Emma. Want to create your own website, talk to Emma. You got to find a team of winners that will actually push you to your next level, because you are the average of the 5 people you hang out with, ladies and gentlemen. So right now we're hanging out with Michelle, right? What's the next letter? One-on-one coaching. You got to find somebody who's going to coach you. I hire coaches, ladies and gentlemen. I have a speaker coach who teach me how to speak English, right? I have somebody who teaches me how to create website, Emma. I have somebody who actually teach me about my home health business contracting, Bert. I have somebody who teaches me how to level up, Greg Todd. I have one-on-one coach. I pay them to coach me, because in order for you to be a good leader, you got to be a good follower first, ladies and gentlemen. You got to be a good follower. You need to follow in order for you to be in order for you to be able to lead. Michelle, I'm assuming before she started all this stuff, she had somebody guiding her, like probably a family friend, another business owner. You need to find someone like that. And last but not the least, letter R is repeat it. You have to do it again and again. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. I love this question here from David. David is asking, is there a program you follow to find out to start your business for med? Reach out to Michelle. Reach out to Michelle. She does that. She teaches that. She said speech therapy. No, whether you're PT, OT, speech, Michelle's program is good. Michelle's program is good. She can guide you, because the Part B system, billing system, it's almost the same for everyone. All right, so let me turn that off. Let me put Michelle back in our thing there. Oh, sorry, Michelle. I just wanted to highlight.
It's like a lot of face.
You know, I like what Michelle said. Michelle, you said you got to find a problem bigger than you. Did you write that down, or I wrote it down? I wrote it down.
Whatever I don't remember saying that, but I think that's great.
I don't know. I wrote it down here.
I did. I did say that.
Find a problem bigger than you, ladies and gentlemen. Find a problem bigger than you, ladies and gentlemen. You know why? If you're just focused on your problem itself, you're just focusing on yourself. What do you call that when you're over focusing on yourself? What do you call that? You're being selfish. Yeah. All right? It's hard to say, but it is. If you're just focusing on yourself, I just want to earn money, Michael. I just want to get a job. Blah, 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 blah. But guess what? If you have a bigger, I'm sorry, but if you have a problem that you're solving bigger than you, everything will follow through. You know what I found? Found Alzheimer's and dementia. There are a lot of people wanting to know how they can take care of their parents about Alzheimer's and dementia. We have that group called Alzheimer's and Dementia Support Group. We got 31,000 members in that group needing help about Alzheimer's and dementia. Well, guess what? Where do I sell my courses? I sell it there. I sell my book there. I sell my what do I sell? My courses, my books. I sell my services, my telehealth services. You know, if they need me to talk to them online, guess what? Sometimes I do a free show like this there. Find a bigger problem that you can serve. Michelle found that problem that she wants to serve, ladies and gentlemen. Michelle, I'm sorry. Okay, go ahead. Go back. You were saying something?
I don't think so. But I will say, I will add to that. When you define your niche and you figure out what you're passionate about, I think that's when what we really have to talk about, right? Is that especially what I'm seeing in the occupational therapy profession right now is everything has just become unhinged a little bit. And so we're questioning, why did we go to school for OT to begin with? Like, what is the purpose of this? What profession can I go into? What program can I go back to school for? And we're considering, right? We're in that season of consideration. And I think it would to add something to the plate to consider would be, why did you go into OT, first of all? And then what did you think it was going to look like? What were you passionate about that you said, oh, yes, I want to go into this profession because I want to help this demographic or this population or this problem. And go back to your roots, go back to your passion and say, okay, how can I bridge the gap between my profession and my education and my passion? And when those things collide, nothing can stop you, because the problem is bigger, right? The need in your mind and in your heart is the thing propelling you forward, that even when you have a bad day, and you will, entrepreneurship is hard. It is not always easy. But you're always thinking, you say, okay, today was a tough day. You go to bed, you wake up and you say, you know what? I'm gonna do it again, because I want to meet the need. And so that's what keeps driving you forward, is that passion for the problem, right?
Oh gosh, I like that. I love that. I want to meet that need. And then, I like what I'm gonna go get some paper. I like what Michelle said. Michelle said, I'm still doing this because I'm very passionate about it. That you're so passionate about it that you can do it without getting paid. Yes, we want to get paid. Michelle talked about money. Yes, money runs next to oxygen, ladies and gentlemen. That's the reality. But if you are very passionate about that, everything will follow. At first, yes, I was like, "Oh, how do I make money in this dementia thing?" Blah 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 blah. I was worrying about, I was worried too. But now that they see me as the quote unquote authority, the expert, the niche in Alzheimer's and dementia, guess what? Uh, my schedule is full because they think I'm the dementia expert. I do a show there at least once a week, like a show like this. And guess what? If I can do it, a little Filipino guy can do it. Ladies and gentlemen, you guys can do this too. Michelle, she was born and raised here, I assume. Michelle, she had already the opportunity. She was already made to win. If I can do it, coming from nowhere, from the Philippines, starting with zero when I came here 2011, you guys can do it too. You were born to win. You being a therapist in this group, you being a therapist here, you were made to win. You know why? Because first of all, you already passed that board exam. You overcome that. If you just find that passion again, a specific passion, a specific niche that you want to serve, everything will follow. Everything will follow. Well, there's a question here from Stephanie. The stronger Stephanie, I think we need to change your name to be stronger than your excuses, right? So Stephanie said, would you ever consider doing just private pay OT consulting? Consulting? See, running out of English, right? Or I'm being slang. Consulting. I believe my state only permits home health to bill Med B in assisted living facilities. Well, Steph, maybe first of all, what state are you at? Second, I don't think so. I don't think so. What do you think, Michelle?
So Med B is on a federal level, and so that Med B payer system is like Medicare A, Medicare B. From my understanding of it, is that's everywhere. So I have a lot of different practitioner friends in multiple fields. So in the allied health profession, OT, PT, ST, that are in other states that are doing this through Med B. So the way I started when I transitioned from consulting to my brick and mortar practice is I was a mobile therapist, and I worked under Medicare Part B, and then I also accepted private insurance companies as well. And we did cash pay, although in this area, people really love insurance. So that is why I went that route. But I'm unsure of what the parameters of that is. But from my understanding, there are many states that are doing this because of Medicaid is state. Medicare, Medicare B and A are nationwide. So Medicaid may have different restrictions because that's state by state. But as far as would you ever consider doing just private pay OT consulting, that's how I started. I loved it. I loved being able to do that. I still do that from time to time. It is not where the most of my revenue is coming from. But I am still in that field because that's how I got started. Just doing those home assessments and making those recommendations. We also did activity consulting where we would come in and analyze what their activity program is like and make suggestions of ways to make it more holistic and really help bolster all of the body functions and performance skills for that individual and for specifically the aging individual. And so, yes, it is a fantastic option. Would I personally just go to private pay? I don't think so because of my area and the insurance and Medicare B. It really does help to be just another stream of revenue. And that's what it comes down to. We want to make sure as an entrepreneur that we have all different streams. So private pay consulting is awesome. You also want to consider, okay, what other services can I provide?
You know what? That's thank you for answering that, Michelle. But this is a great question, Stephanie. If that, I don't know the law, what state you in right now, but if that's what's limiting you, find another assisted living that you can serve, because you're probably looking at a home health company who is already billing Med Part B in that facility. That's why it's limiting you.
Yeah.
So what you can do is find another assisted living facility, a smaller one, okay? A smaller one, not the big fancy one like a corporation,
Like a chain,
chain or a big multi-million-dollar thing. Go look for one, like a mom and pop assisted living, and offer your services. And then from there, you can set it up, do a side hustle there, and then you can contract with different home health agencies. You contract your services to different home health agencies, and you just tell them, okay, before you could come in, I'll do all your PT and OT evals. So that's a great question there. So there's a next question here from David. Are there contacts you recommend for mentorship within your specialty? Can all therapists be a certified dementia practitioner within your specialty and discipline? You want to answer that, Michelle?
I feel like that is that David, are you speaking to the dementia expert at this point? I feel like that's kind of where I think he's asking you, Mike.
Asking me?
I'm going to throw that back to you.
I'm running out of English. That's why I'm trying to pass it on.
Oh, I'm sorry. Right? You're trying to pass it on.
So, we have a limit of the words we speak, ladies and gentlemen. Well, anyway, the question is, are there any contacts you recommend for mentorship within your specialty? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Can all therapists be a certified dementia practitioner? Yes. It's an introductory course. A CNA can attend it. A social worker can attend it. A nurse can attend it. So the class that I teach is actually a CEU class, and then you get a certification of attendance, of completion, and then you submit that certificate of completion to National Council of Certified Dementia Practitioner, and they give you the title of Certified Dementia Practitioner. And it's more like any other CEU class. It's more like any other certification course. It will not matter if you don't use it. It will not matter if you don't use it. Just like a personal training certification. There are a lot of certification courses out there. There's NASM, National Academy of Sports Medicine, National whatever, ACE. And then I recently had a contract or got a discount from NPTA, National Personal Training Association. A lot of people would say, oh, this one is better, blah, 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 blah. But guess what? It's not going to be better until you use it. Just like kinesio taping. It's not gonna help your patient if you don't actually use it. Or ultrasound. Yes, some patient, there's no, quote unquote placebo there, but it's only going to work if you use it the right time, the right place, and the right patient. Same thing with the certification. So, yep, you can attend that class, sir. You can definitely attend that class that we teach. Michelle, before we keep going, we're going to be back in a quick break, ladies and gentlemen, but we will be back in a few seconds.
HelloNote is a truly therapist-friendly practice management solution with integrated EMR that will enhance workflow, efficiency, and patient care. HelloNote reduces error and allows you to spend more time with your patients. It comes integrated with billing. Claims are generated once a note is completed. You can bill with one click and a patient portal, which streamlines the patient intake process. Beautifully engineered and cloud-based for easy accessibility, the software works on all platforms. You can access patient records from anywhere. We also offer 24/7 support. HelloNote is the practice management solution that you're looking for.
All right. Thank you very much, HelloNote, for that awesome commercial break. We appreciate you, HelloNote. Thank you very much, Steve. And if you need an EMR that you want to use, I'll use HelloNote for our Part B system. Reach out to me, connect with me, or connect with Steve or whoever in our group, and we will share to you the HelloNote system. But before I keep on going and put Michelle back, let me just show you my course real quick.
I learned so much today from Dr. Mike Chua's Certified Dementia Practitioner live seminar. Not only was it about facts on how to help as a therapist treat those with dementia or memory deficits, but it was also about how to talk to family members, how to talk to caregivers, how to interact with the nursing staff in the hospital, and really how to present myself as a certified dementia practitioner. If you're looking to broaden your skill set with becoming a certified dementia practitioner, I highly recommend Dr. Mike Chua's seminar.
My testimonial for Dr. Mike Chua. About 2 weeks ago, I was in Tennessee from my rotation in home health, and I was lucky enough to have Dr. Mike Chua as my mentor. And in that 2 weeks, he mentored me and he encouraged me to do what I love what I do, work with patients and all that. And he also taught me how to write a book and encouraged me to write a book, so I published it.
Hello, my name is Nina Chokashvili. I am support group facilitator leader and yes, a specialist and a Alzheimer's educator. So I just completed Dr. Mike Chua's 2-day class, which one of the best class. First.
All right, we are back. That is actually my course there. Not my course. It's the course that I teach, Alzheimer's Disease and Dementia Care Seminar, the required course to be a certified dementia practitioner. And before I again bring Michelle back, let me just show you our show every Monday, headed by Bert Rivera. Yep, that is Bert Devera's little show there every Monday, 8:30 p.m., the Home Health Contract Show. Please check that out every Monday where he's going to teach you how to start your own home health contracting show. Without further ado, I'm going to show actually Michelle's video. And yes, that is her video. There's no music on it. So that's how it is, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't have to be perfect. The key here is you're doing it. Why is that there's no video? I got to talk to whoever did that. So look at Michelle. There's no video. There's no music. Oh, gosh. So, but
it's okay. It's okay. That was just,
gentlemen, you know, it doesn't have to be perfect.
No, it doesn't.
You just have to do it.
You shut up. You show up. Yes.
Yep, it's just showing up, ladies and gentlemen. You just have to show up. You know, do you remember when you did your first eval? Remember, Michelle, when you did your first eval?
A train wreck. I remember.
Oh yeah. Could you share us your first eval on your business, or both in your business and on working as an OT? Remember that?
I think that when my first eval ever was on field work, and my CI was like hovering, you know how they do. And I don't hover as a CI. I just want to make that known. But anyways, so she was hovering and she gave me a begoni, and I'm like, she's like, okay, you have to get, it was an individual who had a CVA, and she's like, okay, you need to get all of these numbers. And I'm like, okay. And I completely forgot how to use a goniometer, and it was just a train wreck. And then I had to move the arm, and I was like, I can't do that. And it's so funny because now my specialty in Buffalo Occupational Therapy is neurological rehabilitation. And so I primarily work with post-CVA, TBI, and doing those neurological based ailments, progressive neurological diseases. And my first eval for my own business, I think it wasn't a train wreck. I remember sitting there after I did an eval that I was going to get paid for as an autonomous practitioner in my own business. And I remember just sitting there thinking, wow, like I'm doing this. It is an incredible experience. Even now, being almost 2 years, right? I don't even know. Seeing patients on my own, it's just incredible. It doesn't get old, for sure.
You know what? That's so true. That's so true. I remember when I got here in the States, I was a pharmaceutical rep in the Philippines. I finished my PT degree in 1999, for those people who don't know, 1999, but I never practiced physical therapy in the Philippines. I practiced self-PT. You know, I was PTing myself. But I never practiced until I got here in the States, 2010, 11, if I remember it right. I got first stage of dementia. And then I got here, I don't even know how to lock a wheelchair. I was observing the other therapist. Good thing I didn't have that license yet, because I was under a, what you call this when you're transferring your license?
Like a provisional?
A provisional license, and I needed to be supervised by a registered therapist for like 480 hours. So I cannot technically treat. So I was just observing them, just looking. Oh gosh, I don't even know how to push a wheelchair, lock a wheelchair, transfer a patient. I don't even know how to put those gait belt. You know what I did? I just pretended that I know what I was doing.
Yes.
You know what? You just have to fake it to make it.
You do sometimes.
When you're starting a business, ladies and gentlemen. Sometimes you just have to fake it to make it. I know you don't want to say that word, but sometimes you just have to.
You have to put that. You have to wear that confidence out loud. Sometimes you just have, like we were talking about, show up. Yes, it might not look pretty. I remember, like, you know, you sometimes you walk out of treatments or evals and you're like, what in the world? What in the world just happened? But you show up and you learn and you're real. And I think that's where it comes. You just have to do it. You just got to do it.
You know, like Michael Jordan said. Is it Michael Jordan who said it? Just do it. Is it
Nike? I don't know.
Nike?
I don't know who said it.
Maybe Nike.
Just do it.
There you go. David said, can I get information sent to me on your program starting your... Yeah, just reach out to Michelle. She's here in Facebook. She will just reach out to her. You got her Facebook. Michelle, could you share your email or
yeah? Well,
just here, yeah. Facebook Messenger.
What?
Facebook Messenger or what?
It might be easier just to put it in the comments. I mean, you can just Facebook message me on. If you scroll up, I put the link to my website on like the first comment, so you can just scroll up and click on me. There you go, and find me on. Just
look at there. Look at that profile picture there.
Yes.
Look at her.
Connect.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Michelle, for doing that. And I guess before I let you go, we always ask this one last question. Basically, I know it's hard to answer, but it's going to be easy for you. What is your biggest failure, Michelle, in whatever you're doing right now, and how did you turn it around? Whether failure in life, in family, finances, work, or
Like,
whatever, and how did you turn it around?
my biggest failure. You can't just pull that. You can't just like put that on me. Oh my goodness, I've had so many failures, and I think okay, I'll be very honest here. I think in my entrepreneurial, I've always felt called to, like, that's like, I feel has been a purpose of mine, because I've always been a side hustle girl. Since I was like 16, I've always had some kind of business that I was doing.
Like 2 years ago?
Not quite, but thank you. I age well.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead. Finish that failure in life.
Not trusting the process and bailing. I bailed many times, and we lost a lot because of that, where I'd start and then I wouldn't trust the process. And so we've had a lot of ups and downs because of that. And so not being focused and maintaining consistency, and always second guessing everything. And so that was towards like the middle of this journey that really all of that was coming to a head, because I was going like this. I was like, okay, I'm all in. And then, oh man, this is really hard and I'm going to fail. And then you like pull back out. And when you keep doing that yo-yo, you end up losing more than you're helping yourself. And so taking my family on that journey of going back and forth and back and forth, it was a lot. It was a lot emotionally and financially. And so when I got to that point, that I said, okay, this is my commitment. And I guess that was the turning point. Back to like the first question you ever asked was, what was the turning point that led you to being full-time? It was saying, okay, we're done with this yo-yo. Where obviously you keep coming back to this, and this is like on the forefront of your mind for years. It hasn't changed. You just got to commit. And so what did I do to change it? We decided to, just put our heels in and hold, even when storms of life come and they try to knock you off your path. We hold. And so that was the biggest thing I think we corrected, was faith in the process, and knowing that if we just hold and if we keep, putting our passion to the ground, it will work, and it has. So that was that.
That is amazing. That is amazing, ladies and gentlemen. If you are still watching live, please comment live. If you are watching the replay, please comment replay. I don't know about you, ladies and gentlemen. I've been interviewing people even before all of this, even on my Alzheimer's and dementia support group, and I would always ask them same questions. And those people who are actually winning, they have a hard time finding their failure. You know why? Because their failure, they treat it not as a failure. They treat it as a test. Those tests becomes their testimony. Look at what Michelle's doing. The test that she went through become a testimony. Those stumbling blocks along the way becomes your stepping stone, ladies and gentlemen. Those setbacks becomes a set up to your next success. And it's the same reaction every time I ask the same question. They would always say, oh, that's so hard, Michael. I feel like there's two things. It's either they have a hard time looking for their failure, because those failures are actually created for their successes.
Yeah, you just fail out loud. And especially as entrepreneurs, like that's like the biggest thing we can do to help others follow in our footsteps is be okay with failing out loud, because that is life. That is real, raw life. And that is when we feel comfortable just doing life despite our failures. The failure, right? Fortune is in failure. You have to go through it in order to come out of it.
That's so true. That's so true, ladies and gentlemen. When I heard this from Les Brown, when you fail fast. That way you can get up fast.
Yes.
Unfortunately in schools, I know Michelle teaches school too. They teach us how not to fail. Like A A plus, B plus, and they look us down at, when you're C. I'm like, gosh, But no, in real life and in business, you'll encounter some failure. You'll encounter some rejections, and the more rejections that you get, the more you get used to it.
Mm-hmm.
Just like me seeing Alzheimer's and dementia patient, I get spit at. I got somebody pulls my hair. Does that stop me from seeing them? No, I still do it again and again and again. Same thing when you're starting a business, ladies and gentlemen. You just have to keep doing it. Now, obviously, like what Michelle did, obviously she had to adapt and adjust her sale. It's not just doing the same thing again and again, expecting a different result. You know what that means when you're doing the same thing again and again and again, and you're expecting a different result? It's called insanity, right? So if you want to do the same thing again and again and again, sometimes you have to readjust, like a sale. Who here is a sail a boat? I don't want to go to the Philippines and sail a boat again. So you have to learn how to adjust and adapt. And I like what Michelle said, ladies and gentlemen. Faith and trusting the process. Sometimes we are so impatient in our lives, ladies and gentlemen, that we are not trusting the process. Every person is different. Every success is different. Michelle's success is different. Mine is different. Stop comparing yourself from another entrepreneur. Stop comparing yourself from another therapist. Stop even comparing yourself from another person who became a nurse, who became this, who became a UR, who became this. Their success, their race is different. Your race, ladies and gentlemen, is different. Run your own race. Trust the process. Learn along with it. Learn along. Is that how you say it? Learn along with it. Learn along.
Yeah.
It's not the destination.
Mm-mm.
It's about the journey. Enjoy the journey.
Well put.
Well put, right? I memorized that, by the way.
Well,
So,
that was good. That's good.
and then, you see, what else did she say? The focus and consistency. The focus and consistency, ladies and gentlemen. I love learning from people when I interview them in our group. So, Michelle, well, before I ask you the last thing, hello, Yolanda. Yolanda is also an OT. She's a good friend of mine in our group. But Yolanda, well, Michelle, where can we reach you again? What's your course again that we can find? Is this your website, right?
Yes, that is the website to my clinic, Buffalo Occupational Therapy. So you can kind of look and have an understanding of what I do and kind of where my journey has led me. You can find me. Obviously, I'm reachable through Facebook. You can email me. My email is accessible. You can go right to that website, and I'm all over that. So you will find my contact information. But you can always Facebook message me. And I mean, I'm pretty approachable. So if you have any, I would say, I hope, if you have any questions, reach out to me. Also, I will take this moment to say that, like Mike was saying in the beginning, it takes a village, and it takes a coach, and it takes encouragement and guidance to follow, to stay in pursuit of what you want to do. And so Mike was saying about my course. So Own It OT. For individuals who are trying to find a different path than what they are doing right now, not something better, right? Something different, something maybe closer to your version of your best life, and you want to achieve that through multiple streams of revenue, then find that course. It is on the Alternative Healthcare website, and we are revamping that. So it's going to be a lot more detailed as far as what are the different streams of revenue that you can incorporate into your practice. So whether that be the range of motion programs, right? Or transition consultation, teletherapy. There are multiple ways to achieve your best life or that different version of your life. And so that's what the course through Own It OT works you through. So yes, that would be that.
That is so amazing, Michelle. But let me just answer David's last question here real quick. He's asking, if you market in assisted living facilities, who determines your services for home health versus outpatient? when referrals are started. That depends on your relationship. The physicians, the nurses, the nurse practitioner, they don't care. All they care about is you take care of the patient, and then you talk to administrator. Hey, yeah, you want to offer the home health services first or the outpatient services? Me, as the company, as my company structure, uh, our main company is the Tennessee Therapy Outsource. We provide the home health first, and then once they're done with the home health system, normally they'll give us 4 weeks, 5 weeks. We pick them up on the outpatient services, Medicare Part B, or whatever insurance they have. And then from there, if they're done with the outpatient or Part B, we progress them. If they can pay out of pocket, we progress them to our wellness program, which is the cash base. And then boom, there's a continuity of care. Now, if they get sick, they get to the hospital. I don't pick them up under outpatient. I refer them back to the home health. Okay, we see them home health, and then it's a cycle there. That's the business structure there. From home health to, oh gosh, my shoulder hurts. From home health to Part B to wellness, they get to the hospital and then back. Making a circle of life. Type in circle of life if you think circle of life is very important. But again, thank you very much, Michelle. I appreciate you.
Sir, thank you
for your time and everything. Go check out her website. What is it again? BuffaloOccupationalTherapy.com. That is her business website wherein she actually provides all the services that she provides. And she will, if you want the one-on-one coaching that she provides, check out the website, alternativehealthcarecareers.com/courses/OTpreneur/be awesome. No, just kidding. That's it. Just check that out, our website and everything. Oh gosh, David said, thank you very much. Helpful information. Thank you very much, David. We appreciate you. And then OS. We're over time, right, Michelle? OS said, good morning, Mike. Can I get a shout out? Yeah, shout out to you, OS. And she said, I would like a shout out from you too, Michelle.
Hey, OS.
Oh gosh, OS.
Where are you? Why? Good morning. I have to know.
Probably somewhere on the other side of the world. Where are you at, OS? Can you type in where you at? How you type in where you at? Yolanda said, that's my business name, Circle of Life. See? Random Circle of Life. Because the Circle of Life. You know, what's that show again? Lion King, I think.
Lion King, yes.
Lion King, right? The Lion King. Okay, all right. Again, check out her website, her courses there, alternativehealthcarecareer.com/courses/OTpreneur. Again, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate you. Be awesome, be great, be excellent. And we will see you next Thursday. Oh, tomorrow, by the way. Tomorrow there's going to be a webinar also streamed in our group. It will be led by Emma, the awesome administrator Emma in our group. Again, thank you very much. Michelle, any last parting wisdom or you're good?
Follow your dreams. I would say put feet to it, guys.
All right. You heard that, ladies and gentlemen. Follow your dreams and put your feet together. Oh, I don't know. Whatever. All right. Thank you very much. I'll see you around. Be awesome, be great, be excellent. And we'll see you tomorrow. Alternative Healthcare Career Group.